Hey y'all, with the Get Down podcast. Before we get into this video, please like, comment, and share this video. And while you're at it, hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on. That way you can be notified when I drop videos on this channel. So we have some updated news on Shannon Sharpe. ESPN has actually fired him. The news just came out yesterday, the other day. So ESPN went ahead and fired him due to the sexual lawsuit that's going on with him and the ex or the Only Girls fan, whoever she is. They decided to go ahead and just part ways with him because they don't want really nothing that's just going to damage their brand, their name, anything like that. So they feel it's best to go ahead and let Shannon Sharpe go. And I mean, he wasn't really on there a lot recently because he do have his own page. He got his own channel, Club Shay Shay. Everybody knew about that channel. If you ain't subscribed to it, go ahead and do that because he be having some good people on there that he's talking to. But he haven't really been doing ESPN since him and Skip days. So it's been a minute, but they don't want to have no more of this story come back to them. They don't want to deal with any of this. So they went ahead and released them, So let's dive into what CNN had to say about this topic, okay? Pro Football Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe out at ESPN just weeks after settling sexual assault and battery lawsuit. So if you guys are not familiar with the story, the young girl, she's in her early 20s, 19, 20, something like that, early 20s age group. Of course, Shannon being at the status that he is at, he's gonna pick up, any kind of woman that he wants. But he made it clear on his show, he want a young tenderoni. He don't want the old wolf. He want the young tenderoni. So that's what he got. And she played him. She did. So she ended up trying to get some money out of this lawsuit and everything that her lawyer was telling her to say. Just different things of that nature. If you're not up to date really with the story, then just go check it out to see really what's going on. Because she was asking for $50 million to just kind of just be out the way, like don't be in the way anymore. And he was going to do that to her, and people were saying, Shannon, you foolish, you dumb, this is a young girl, she's younger than your children, like you just got yourself in a whole mess dealing, with a snow bunny. She's just a snow bunny, but dealing with someone younger, you got yourself in a mess. So now everything is just backtracking. And like I said, ESPN, they don't want to have anything to do with this anymore. So this is why they're going to part ways with him. They are parting ways with him. All right, y'all, let's continue to read. Former NFL star Shannon Sharpe, who has been on the face of ESPN morning sports debate show First Take, is no longer with the network, a source with knowledge of the situation told CNN. The breakup between the podcast star and the media outlet comes less than 2 weeks after Sharpe reached a settlement with an anonymous woman who filed a lawsuit against the famed tight end, accusing him of multiple instances of assault, sexual assault, battery, and sexual battery. Yeah, if you guys don't remember that audio that was being played of what she was saying and what he was saying, and she was trying to make herself sound like he's this angry man, like he's sexually assaulting me, like he don't like she kind of fears him. Like, if y'all don't remember any of that, go check it out. You might need to backtrack the story if you're not familiar with it and stuff, and then when you're familiar with it, come back to this video, okay? But yeah, I mean, Shannon, you put yourself in that position to do that. That fell on you. It fell on you. Later on Wednesday, Sharpe, 56, spoke out on the reported dismissal, saying he was very, very grateful for his time at ESPN, but expressed regret for the timing of it. I found out the information a little earlier in the week, and really the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Hall of Fame. I really want to be about it about him, and I want it to be about my family. Sharpe said on Nightcap podcast alongside former NFL wide receiver Chad Ochocinco Johnson and Joe Johnson. Sharpe's younger brother Sterling, a longtime wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers, will be inducted into Pro Hall of Fame on Saturday. Hand clap for that. Hand clap for that. Sharpe said he profusely apologized to his brother for the potentially overshadowing the induction, saying on the podcast that his brother accepted it and called him his hero and his role model. Of course, that's your little brother. You know, he looks up to you. So, that's good from the heart that the brother did say that. ESPN did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that, Sharpe added, but I just wish this thing could have waited until Monday, because I hate the fact that I've overshadowed my brother, the first two brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and this is what the headline is going to be for the next couple of days. Well, yeah, unfortunately, and Sharpe, you should know this. Being at the status you are, the guy you are, the player that you used to be, you should know anytime conversations are talked behind the scenes where there's no cameras around, the sources, people that's always there taking pictures and recording your voice and all that stuff, they're going to feel what they want to do at the time. If they want to put the story out earlier than the actual day that it's really supposed to be out, that's what they're gonna do. They messy for it. That's what you call the social media world. Everybody in the background and stuff, they messy for that. But they don't care. They're like, you know what, Sharpe, you already in the big hole with this, and no, we're not gonna let this story die. We finna uprise it again from the dead like God did with Lazarus. We finna rise this story again and get people talking again. They don't care about that. Yeah, Shannon wanted them to wait till Monday to say everything, and I get it, because out of respect for your little brother going into the Pro Hall of Fame. But Sharpe, you should already know how everything rolls, and even dealing with the story, a lot of people see that the girl was playing him. Like, everything that she was saying was false, wasn't true. I mean, it's two sides to every story. Hey, possibly even three, a middle person. So, he dug this hole that he put himself in, all because of you simply saying a few words. You like the younger crowd versus the older crowd. You already said in your podcast, it was in one of your little clips, it's like a few seconds or whatever, that you don't want nobody your age. You want somebody younger. And this is what happened. Let alone, even if he had somebody his age, I don't know, she may have done the same thing. I don't know. Possibly not, because she's a little more mature. But you dealing with somebody that's your daughter's age, Sharpe. Like, you really think this girl was just... Come on now, Sharpe. Come on, Uncle. Come on, Uncle Shannon. You got to know better. You have got to know better. Let's continue to read, y'all. Sharpe's attorney refused to comment to CNN earlier on Wednesday. The Athletic was the first to report the split. At the time of the settlement in early July, the accuser's attorney, Tony Busby, said both sides acknowledged a long-term consensual and tumultuous relationship. After protracted and respectful negotiations, I'm pleased to announce that we have reached a mutually agreed upon resolution. All matters have now been addressed satisfactorily. That's a big word. And the matter is closed. The lawsuit will thus be dismissed with prejudice. A spokesperson for Sharpe confirmed the details of Busby's statement at the time and said that the three-time Super Bowl winner would not be commenting further on the matter. Okay, you don't have to, but it's just all there. It is what it is. And, people remember the audio that you did saying Michelle this, and come on now, Sharpe. Everybody is in on this. They may not be invested, but like you said, you wish this would have happened after your brother was inducted. But people, all these sources and stuff, they be coming up to you guys interview. They're messy. They want to put the story out there first. They're like, we don't care about your brother being inducted. We gonna put this story out there now. So it is gonna get people talking a couple of days. Hell, probably a few weeks, because I'm sure more and more people gonna make videos about this. The terms of the settlement were not disclosed. The lawsuit originally sought compensatory and punitive damages of more than $50 million. Again, that's what that girl was asking. Sharpe's legal representatives previously described the lawsuit filed in April as an attempt to shake down the popular podcaster for millions of dollars, and said he categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct. Sharpe also disputed the claims. To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. Sharpe said in a video released on X in April, "This is a shakedown. I'm going to be honest, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right." And the suit filed in a Las Vegas district court, Jane Doe, I'm going to say that name, accused former NFL All-Pro of manipulating and controlling the plaintiff during a nearly 2-year period that started in 2023 as a consensual relationship when the woman was 20 years old. She is a baby. Sharpe, again, what are you doing? Come on, uncle, what are you doing? What are you doing? But I think she, like I said, I think she had OnlyFans, and I mean, when it's like a high class groupie or whatever, big names like Shannon Sharpe, he's like, yeah, I want that young tenderoni. That's who I want. I want somebody young. I don't want nobody my age or in the same age bracket. Well, why? Because like I said, I guarantee you, if it was the same woman in your age bracket, it probably wouldn't be as messy as this. Maybe some stuff, but not as messy as all this. I mean, you definitely lived and you should have learned, but I guess you didn't. I guess you just didn't. The civil complaint alleged Sharpe violently sexually assaulted and annually raped plaintiff in October 2024, and again in January of this year in Las Vegas, blatantly ignoring her request for him to stop. The suit stated, after many months of manipulating and controlling plaintiff, a woman more than 30 years younger than he, and repeatedly threatening to brutally choke and violently slap her, Sharpe refused to accept the answer no and raped plaintiff despite her sobbing and screams of no. When asked if Jane Doe contacted the police during or after the alleged assault, Busby said he could not comment. Sharpe's attorney Lanny J. Davis said the woman was attempting to blackmail his client and that the pair's relationship was consensual and sexual in nature, and in many cases initiated by her with specific and graphic requests. I mean, she plays a part in it too. But Shannon, it's just more so of you being older. You should know better. You should know better. I mean, this it ain't right either what she did too. I mean, you know that he's a former NFL player. You know he got money and stuff. You like, oh, I want to try to get some of that, and then when I get it, let me do what I can to blackmail him because I don't really want to be in a relationship with him. There's two sides, like I said, and then sometimes there's always that third person, the middle one. They both wrong in the situation. He's just wrong even more. I'm not going to say wronger because that's not a word. Because of his age. You should know better. You should. The Pro Football Hall of Famer was inducted as part of the class of 2011. He was drafted by the Denver Broncos in 1990 and retired the 2003 season as an NFL all-time leader in catches, yards, and touchdowns by a tight end. Sharpe won 2 Super Bowls with Denver and then another while a member of the Baltimore Ravens. After his playing career, Sharpe went on to a successful television career and hosts the popular Club Shay Shay podcast. In June 2024, ESPN announced it had agreed to a multi-year contract with Sharpe after the former NFL player originally joined the First Take show in August 2023. And that's when he was working with Skip Bayless at that time. In the wake of the lawsuit, Sharpe announced he would temporarily take time away from his role on ESPN, where he was one of the faces of the morning sports debate show first take. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason, Sharpe said at the time. So his mindset may have changed then, who knows? Following Sharpe's announcement, ESPN said in a statement, "This is a serious situation, and we agree with Shannon's decision to step away." ESPN declined to comment on Wednesday, nor did it comment following the settlement of July 18th. So they don't have nothing else to say about it. Shannon's like, yeah, I'm gonna step away from this. Because, I mean, you were known at first doing ESPN with Skip. You know, and then this story started to spiral, and then the other little thing that people have forgot, but then people didn't forget because it was live when that actually happened, you know. So I know we all make mistakes or whatever, but you know, Sharpe, you should have been more aware. And the Jane Doe girl, you didn't do any better. You didn't have the situation any better at all whatsoever. You didn't, just in my opinion. So, you know, you're gonna try to take down Shannon Sharpe, and he's definitely not gonna have that. You are not going to get what you want, young lady. At the end of the day, you are not going to get what you want. Okay? So I hope there's no more stories after this, but you know, it makes sense, and this really shouldn't be like a debatable video or even topic for people to talk about. It makes sense for ESPN to do this, for really them to be in agreement with, yes, I need to just get away. And the company ESPN, they're like, yes, please step away right now. Please step away, because we don't want all this garbage. That's what they're pretty much saying. We don't want all this garbage here. We don't want this trash here, okay? First is this, then this story, and now they're bringing up the sex story again. Like, no, Shannon, you got too much right now. You need to try to be level-headed and clear this. And once everything is settled and it's not talked about or anything like that, then we'll possibly have you come back. Like any other job, like anybody that do a regular 9 to 5, whatever. If you let go or get fired for whatever reason, maybe you could do something to make it up in that time away, and then they may reconsider bringing you back. So that's probably what ESPN is going to do, or they may not do. It's really up to them. But right now, it is an agreement. He ain't with them no more. He ain't with them right now. So I don't really have, you know, no hard feelings when it comes to that. But Sharpe, yeah, come on, gotta do a little bit better, man. Jane Doe, you need to get the hell away from Uncle Shannon. Seriously. Because it's not gonna look pretty on your end either. It's not. You can do all this, but it's not gonna look pretty on your end too. So stop before somebody actually really, really gets hurt. Alright. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a fat thumbs up. Comment down below what y'all think about Uncle Shannon and ESPN firing him. Just leave your thoughts down in the comment section. Share this video too with anyone and everyone that you know. And while you're at it, hit the subscribe bell. Hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on. That way you can be notified when I drop videos on this channel. I had set that backwards, but I corrected it. Alright, y'all. That is all. Stay prayed up, stay blessed. I'll see you guys later. Peace.